Good morning, Flosstube. It is Helen D. Today is Tuesday, November 21st. I hope everyone's day is off to a good start. It's actually bright and sunny here. It's actually really nice outside today. Thank you for joining me. Talk all things cross stitch, maybe see a cat, maybe hear a cat fight. You never know. This is Thanksgiving week here in the US, so I know a lot of people are busy traveling, getting ready to host family, cooking, prepping. They were certainly at the grocery store when I went yesterday, and I went first thing, but people were out. Thanksgiving will be very quiet for us. It's just the three of us. My parents are in Florida for the winter. Donna goes to her mother-in-law's, so it will just be the three of us. I think I'm making roast, not turkey. And then Donna and her crew are coming down on Friday, and we're having spaghetti, not turkey. But we will have chocolate cream pie, so that counts, right? I think that counts. So I hope you're able to enjoy the day and spend it with friends and family and just relax and eat good food. Not much has been going on. Once we kind of hit our stride in the school year, it's kind of same old for us. I'm doing a lot of unpaid second shift Uber driving, getting him to tennis and piano and math team and all the things. I've been stitching. I have 6 project bags over here, which is more than I normally have that I've worked on. So I've kind of been bebop stitching. I did meet last week. Tracy from OG Stitchery came up to spend some time with Missy of Two Needles Pulling Thread. They had some days off. So I went up and had lunch with them. Did a wee bit of shopping and then came home for my afternoon of driving. So that's what I've been up to. That's my life update, short and sweet. I did hit 15,000 subscribers. So thank you. I know it's just a number, but it's humbling and mind-blowing. And I think we're getting very close to my anniversary. And I never quite remember how many years it's been, but I know my son was in 3rd grade when I started, and he's in 9th grade now. So has it been 6 years? I think it's been 6 years. It's been a long time. I didn't expect when I started these 6 years ago, if it's been 6, that I'd still be doing them and that I'd still be enjoying them as much as I do. So thank you to everyone who watches and comments and has subscribed and hit the bell and done all the things. I really like making videos and talking with everyone and being a part of the community. I've met so many great people, been places I never thought I would go. So it's really been an amazing experience. So thank you. And I pulled some extra fun giveaways for later. I always get phlegmy when I talk to you guys. Why? I don't get Flosstube itchy nose. I get Flosstube phlegm. All right, let's jump in. I have been very busy fully finishing ornaments, of which I can show you one, and you may have already seen it. I tried to get ahead on ornaments that I had to make this year, and I'm pretty good. I have one left that's in progress. It's in one of these bags, but the one I can show you is the one that I just used to do. I did a tutorial on tarts. This one happens to be an ornament, but it's the same finish whether it's an ornament or not. These little ones are the ones that you can get from the Fat Quarter Shop. And I did end up, I said in the video, oh, get up there, that, you know, it came with a jute hanger and I would probably take it out and put some cording in. I did. So this is from a chart by Owl Forest Embroidery that I've had for a long time. It's called Winter Birds. So that one is fully finished. I don't know where I went. I tuck it in there. And then some other ones that I can't show you quite yet, but I will make a video before I ship everything out. So I thought I was only gonna have one thing to show you for a fully finish. Then last night, Emmy stole my chair, as she does when the heating pad is there. It had gotten laid out and turned on for her, so there goes my chair. So I thought, well, I'll just go see. I had a piece that I thought I didn't think I'd get it done. And I thought, oh, I could start it. And then it was, I could stuff it. Oh, I could sew the bottom on. Oh, I might as well put the trim on. So it's done. And that piece is a new start, a finish, and a fully finish since I've seen you. Actually, in the last 4 days. So earlier this year, I stitched this one, which is Candy Claws from Satsuma Street. This is one of her charts that you stitch on perforated paper and then cut out to make an ornament, but you don't have to. You can stitch them on fabric. I don't mind stitching on perforated paper, but this is a lot of fiddly cutting, and that's not my jam. So I stitched him on fabric, and then I thought he's gonna be adorable as a little stand-up. I had this candy fabric. So I stitched him up, posted him on Satsuma Street's Facebook page, and hinted he needs a Mrs. Claus. Now, I don't know if my hint probably was already in progress. Whatever. This just came out. This is Lolly Claus, brand new. She released 4 new winter charts. They're sold as kits, or there's a set of 4 that you can get as a PDF. With all 4 of them in it, which is what I did so that I could jump right in. So she is stitched with all the called for stuff. I do set my own beads and sequins because that's why I don't need the kit. It's DMC floss. I'm not using the perforated paper. I have plenty of extra things kicking around, so mine might look a little different, but that way I didn't have to wait. And here's the happy couple. So they're on different fabrics. This one was on a mystery grab bag fabric from Mystic Fabrics. This one is on 14 count Picture This Plus Zephyr, which is a bright blue. It's probably getting washed up. This is a green, this is a blue. So they will go together. Now we need an elf. When I post this one, I'm gonna say, hey, can we have an elf? Maybe 2, maybe a reindeer. We need a whole candy community, a candy community. So it seems I had everything out and I was in stand-up mode. I had another Satsuma that I stitched earlier this year. I actually stitched it over the summer and had just been waiting to be finished. So this one is Snow Angel. And again, it's one of those kits, but I chose to do it on paper. This is also on a light green. This one is Fiber on a Whim Lagoon. This right here, I changed to like DMC 26 or 27. It was supposed to be white and I was afraid it wouldn't show. So I finished her stand-up too. So now I'm just gonna have these bright little stand-ups that I can just pepper in on shelves and wherever I wanna put them. I love Satsuma Street. I love Jody Rice's colors, her whimsy. I love it. I also want her to do a Yeti. Can you imagine how cute a Satsuma Street Yeti would be? I can, and it would be adorable. So those are my fully finishes. I do have a stand-up tutorial that I filmed last year. I always put a link to tutorials below, but I can try and just put to that one so you don't have to search for it. I just have to remember. So those are my fully finishes. I think. I'm checking my notes, which my notes I wrote before Emmy stole my seat. Yeah, that's it. And then the other, I have one finished object, which is I finished Troublemakers by Pedal Pusher. Except when it came down here and I looked at it, I realized I forgot to cross 3 crosses right here. So I'll need to figure out what thread that was, pull it out, and cross those 3 crosses. This one will get put in the box because I will finish it for next fall. So this is Troublemakers by Pedal Pusher. It was super cute, super fun. This was my car project, which means I need a new car project. So that one is done. Then I have my giant pile of whips. Like I said, I've kind of been like working on this and then working on this, and I've got a couple Thanksgiving pieces going, but I also want to be working to finish up a couple Christmas pieces And then I've had new starts. It's a mess. Okay, this one is my next, this is my last ornament, and it's not gonna look like much, and I can't show you the picture because it's just a chart, but this is my final ornament, and it's another of those birds. So that doesn't look like much at all, but it will later. So that's a little one. I'm doing it on an 18 count, so it will fit in that tart. Then I've worked on Turkey Day. Got a little bit of work since I've seen you last. This is what I was going to stitch last night, but Emmy had other plans. So this is Turkey Day from Cottage Garden Sampling. I'm stitching mine on 28 count wheat Lugana from Zweigart. And I'm still on the bottom. So that's one edge. There's this leaf and then the one more leaf. So I don't remember if I had this one done. I know I had the feet in these leaves. I know I put in all of this and this leaf, and I think I put in that one. And I did choose, it's called for 2 colors of Gentle Arts hand-dyed, chamomile and maple syrup. And this brown with the variegation is chamomile. And then there's these other big leaves that were just DMCs, and I figured I have color and cottons, I have other flosses, so I took the DMC and I matched it up and pulled a color. So this one might get a little more love this week. I'd love to get the leaves done so the next time I can just focus right on the turkey. So we'll see. And then I think those are 2 different shades in the top leaves. So I'll probably pull some variegated floss for those as well. Ooh, I just realized I forgot my haul upstairs. And when I edit, it adds like hours to the process because of our processing speeds. So I'll just have to tell you about it and show you next time. It's fabric. So that one lives in its little bag. The other piece that is Thanksgiving-ish, I have decided that this one is done for the year. I met a good stopping point and called it. So this is Frolic in the Foliage from Blue Ribbon Designs. So that's kind of the whole cover chart. So it's this piece. I started it. I had it just started last video, so 3 weeks ago. And I wanted to get a couple of the squares done, 2 or 3 squares done. I got 2 done, 2 and half an outline because I was at tennis. So this one is on 28 count platinum, I think, from Zweigart. So I got the Scarecrow block done. That one was a little fiddly because there was a lot of start and stops. The birds are backstitched, and then there's no backstitch anywhere else. This block took no time at all because once I did the trunk, if I had yellow floss on, if I finished one leaf, I could jump right over to where the next one was. So this block stitched up really quick, and I kind of have a feeling that the other blocks will stitch up the same speed that this one does, and that this middle one was just a little more fiddly. So this one I did sub out some of the colors. I didn't have a couple, and then when I went to pull them, they were really bright, so I kind of darkened them up. And then when I darkened those up, I had to darken others up so they'd match. So you know how it goes. So I worked on that. What's this one? Oh, this one, I didn't pull the picture. This is Snow Days from Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this one should be being released fairly soon, I would imagine, because they said it was going to come out this year. So this is Snow Days by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I have winter and that village to do. I finished the cup. I think that was done last time. I'm gonna knock all this, all my stand-ups are gonna hit the floor. So I kind of carried up the border, put in the first bit of the village. I think I have to do the windows. So this one I just kind of am working on in between. I was working on the Thanksgiving-ish ones, but this one I really would like to get done. This one I'm stitching on 28 count Enchanted from Mystic Fabrics, which is a bluey grayish. It's really pretty. That's a really pretty fabric. So that one, hopefully, in the next few weeks I can get done. Ooh, I had 7 projects. There's a hidden bag down here. What's this one? Okay, this one, a lot of people do a snow day stitch. Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, was the first one I saw that did a snow day stitch. She actually did Snow Queen on snow days, and now I think she's doing a Mira Santa, I think. Missy and Kathy, Two Needles Pulling Thread, do a snow day stitch. A lot of people do a snow day stitch. I hadn't jumped on the bandwagon because a lot of times I don't want to work on something just for a little bit and then put it away. That's just not generally how I do things, says the woman with 7 project bags in 2 weeks. But the Jingle Ball is coming up, and Kathy Haberman has a new block that I almost did the class, but I'm like, I don't need the class. I just need the chart. So if I'm patient, she'll release the chart next year. But that made me want to do another one of her blocks because I really like doing the blocks. And the one that I decided to do was snow. And this one is very similar. All the sides, they're just a little different. And I thought that might get a little repetitive. This would be a good snow day stitch because that way it's not something I'm working on all the time and maybe it won't feel as repetitive. So this I decided would be my snow day stitch. And then it snowed last week, just a tiny bit, just a little bit, but it was enough to pull it out and get it started. And let me tell you, it's a whopping start. One day is a whopping start. So that's where I got. I'm stitching this on 14 count Dwarf from Picture This Plus. And part of what took me so long is I had to find a blue that would work on my blue because the called for, not gonna work. So what did I end up with? I must have gone through 15 blue. They were all pulled out. I stitched a few in there. I finally went with Color and Cotton Ice Queen. And I think that will show up. It shows up better in person than I noticed it does here because that is all these snowflakes and then a few things in the bunting. Yeah, if I tip it that way, you can kind of see it does show. So that's my snow day stitch. So it will just stay on my little Q-snap. Then we hit 50 degrees again. So he hasn't gotten any more love. When I finished Troublemakers, I needed a new car project, and the one I decided to pull out was, this is a newer chart by Primrose Cottage, Christmas Trees and Stitching Please. It's really cute. The problem is I went through all my fabrics to find a scrap that I liked, and the scrap that I liked is a Lugana, and it's hard. The lighting at tennis is not good, folks. And those kids already, I know, snicker at me up there stitching. They don't need to be snickering at me up there stitching with my neckline on. So this one got some love in the car. Then I took it off my Q-snap to work on Lolly Claws. That's as far as I got. This is a scrap. Look, I just cut it right off the last thing. So that's it. This is Light Mint, 32 count Lugana. It's either a Zweigart or a Witchelt. It's a non-hand dyed. So that's as far as I got on that. That will need to get pulled back out for the car. Except I just started a new one yesterday, which is probably going to be my car project. And it's a car, so that one makes sense. So this doesn't look like much at all. Like I said, isn't that impressive? I know, right? This is that Lagoon fabric. It's Fiber on a Whim Lagoon 14 count. And this will be another of the charts from Satsuma Street. These were her 4 new releases. So Lolliclaws, it's Penguin. I love that 4 Calling Birds. And then Santa in the Car. So I'm doing Santa in the Car. I think she called it Santa Cruiser. So I don't know if he will be a stand-up or an ornament. I have enough fabric to go either way when I get him finished. Those stitch up really fast and they're just bright and colorful and all the things I love. So I will work on him. We have tennis today. He'll be easy enough to see. Purchases, like I said, I got those ornaments, and then the things I forgot was I ordered 2 pieces of fabric from Mystic Fabrics. She was doing some sales, so one of them was a fabric of the month that she had some extra, and the other piece is lemongrass, which I'm going to do a floss toss on. Actually, she sent me the lemongrass. I said, hey, do you have anything that would work for Autumn Town from Autumn Lane Stitchery? And she said, I'm gonna send this one in with yours to give it a try. So it's lemongrass, and I think it's gonna work, but I wanted to make sure I show it to you. So next video, because I forgot them. It's like a green with some yellowy green. It's really pretty. So Autumn Town might be a next year start. So then we will move on. I did get a few cards, so thank you to everyone. I've gotten a couple Thanksgiving cards and starting to get holiday cards. You're ahead of me. All right, so then we'll have giveaways. So we're all caught up. I've heard back from our last calls, so we're good to go there. So last video, I had 2 kind of Thanksgiving-y charts that were both from Carla at Cobweb Corner. Number 1 was another copy of Turkey Day, and this is going to Debbie Martin. And number 2, Shine On Harvest Moon. This is from Calico Confectionery. Carla carries quite a few of their charts. This is Susan Ashcraft for Harvest Moon. So this video, I have a couple of charts from Carla, and then I have some extra kind of 15,000 thank you sets. So Carla, Cobweb Corner, I always link to her Flosstube as well as her website. She's been doing a lot of those like 25 winter charts, 25 holiday charts videos, and she's been pulling some stuff I've never seen, so those have been fun to watch. She's enabling, again. So for these charts, you need to be 18, so you can give me your address. I'd appreciate it if you're a subscriber. Carla would appreciate it if you're a subscriber over there as well. And don't say giveaway or win, just put the numerical number, and I use the random comment picker. So, number 1 is Sweet Wing Studio. Let Us Adore Him. This is stitched on Woodland linen, which is a dark green. I guess it looks green, just not in the camera. So that is Let Us Adore Him, number 1. Number 2 is Christmas Cake from Barbara Anna. I have this chart, and I'm thinking it'd be a good tree shape. Someone did it as a tree shape when it first came out on a green fabric. And I know I saved it on Instagram because it was really, really pretty, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So that's number 2. So then number 3, these are Past the Stash charts, is the full set of Heart and Hands Square Dance if you're looking for a series for next year. So I love that one. I have these too, haven't stitched them. I actually like those carrots a lot too. So this is number 3. Number 4 in a bag is the full set of Lizzie Kate's jingles. And I won't go through them all. I have stitched these. They are really, really fun. I believe this set has the buttons. I can check in just a sec. So they all go together, and then there's a border, which is really just that bottom bit. I think it's just the bottom bit, and then the placement on the Lizzie Kate website, and it is still there. And these do have the buttons. So this set, full set, it's 12 different sections, 12 different charts in that one. That is number 4. Number 5 is the full set of Lizzie Kate's Tingles. These are only 6 charts because each one has 2. I also stitched this. This is actually mine. This one does not have buttons because I used them. And again, the little border and placement. And I think this one, like some of these like little bits and bobs in between aren't on these charts, but they're on like the border. So that is number 5, is the Tingles set. And then number 6, and this one, unfortunately, I do need to say US only because of the post office and the losing of the things. Number 6 is I will do a finish. I will finish a small for you. It will be after Christmas. It'll start of the new year. We can email and figure out what you're looking for, and I'll probably pick 2. So for number 6 is I will fully finish a small for you. That's it. Thank you guys. Thank you for always watching and commenting. Everyone's always so sweet and so kind, and this community has just been really great. So thank you for everything. Have a wonderful holiday if you're celebrating Thanksgiving this week. I hope that December isn't overly crazy for you. It shouldn't be too bad here. Shopping wise, I'm fortunate that I can go during the day, or I shop online. I worked overnights for a very long time, like 12 years. And what that taught me is I got so used to shopping when other people were at work. I do not do well with crowds. So I avoid places in December. Avoid because of those crowds. So I already have a good chunk of my shopping done because our son, we had a specific thing this year and it's ready. So hopefully we can just relax and watch Christmas movies. I've been watching Christmas movies. We have Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon. If there's a great Christmas movie that I'm missing on one of those platforms, let me know. John always loves to hear about the outlandish plots. So I just watched, I was on Netflix, and it's new this year, and it's called Best Christmas Ever. And that one has an outlandish plot. It involves hot air balloon. It's outlandish. So that one was fun. If you're looking for an outlandish one. So the wackier the plot, the better. That's it. I will see you guys with a regular update in a couple of weeks. Probably next week, hopefully, I'll have the Christmas unboxing finishes, because after Thanksgiving we're gonna put the tree up this probably Saturday, and start pulling some stuff out, because you know the season is short and you only get to enjoy it for a few weeks. So I gotta get cracking. That's the plan. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Bye.